Hello everyone, welcome. A very quick video today just to discuss the prototype and gear cache situation. That's right now. I've got a lot of tags on the internet. People were asking me in stream yesterday what I thought. I just thought I'd get out in the video because what we do. When you ask me questions, we put it in a video because loads of you are probably asking the same question. So prototype cores in gear caches and containers. If you wonder what I mean, when you go through the escalation missions, you can open up containers, you can get prototype gear. This was never intended. We said this last week as soon as it started to happen after they did the drop rate increase on prototype gear. We noticed they were dropping from containers, and I said at the time that was broken because it was. If you actually go on the escalation missions on the right hand side, it says prototype gear may drop from enemies, something like that. So we knew it was never intended for them to come out of gear containers or weapon containers. So yeah, they fixed it. It's as simple as that, really. There's nothing to argue about. It was broken. It was far above the drop rate anyway. Like, the amount of prototype gear you were getting from those containers was insane. Like, we did our first run last week with the new drop rate and got about... was it like between, I forget, I think it's like over 40 prototype gear on a tier 6 run of Camp White Oak across the team. And we did a quick clip where we're walking around all the prototype gear. It was stupid amount of prototype gear. And we got to remember that it's meant to be rare, it's meant to be a grind, that amount of prototype gear, especially with targeted loot turned on. People are getting full-on echo builds in a day. So it was 100% broken. It was 100% going to get fixed. This is what we discussed throughout the week, and they fixed it. So no surprise for me. People aren't happy about it, though, because they liked getting this prototype gear from the containers, obviously, especially the people that want everything now. They're able to get everything now, but that was not the intention. So yeah, that's my view on it. That's my view on it since last week. However, I did like the loot from the containers. What I said, they had to get that fixed quickly. Obviously, they did. But what I'd like to see going forward is a return of it, but just in a better form. I love the fact that every day I wanted to go through all 5 escalation missions. I thought that was brilliant, and I think that should be a thing. I like that. So with having prototype gear dropping out of containers, you can open containers once every day. It made me go through all 5 missions every single day, and that was good. I think that's a very good thing. So I think they should try and bring it back, but at a more reasonable drop rate, not at the rate it was. So I don't know what rate that is. But if I'm getting 1 or 2 prototypes out of a container per mission, say, then I'm going to do every mission per day, and I'm going to open all the containers. And I think they got to look at doing that because it was really fun. It was good getting them out of those containers. For the first time in years, I was opening those containers. So yeah, I think they need to implement that. That's my thought on it right now, for people asking me what my thoughts were. They fixed it. They're obviously going to fix it. However, it was nice. So if they actually implement it right, and they actually plan to have it dropping from containers, because this wasn't planned, remember, this was bugged. It wasn't meant to. The drop rate was very ridiculously high from containers. If they actually plan to make it a thing, I'm sure they could come up with something pretty balanced. And hopefully they do, because the feedback is saying that people want it to drop from containers. They just shouldn't drop at the rate it was, though, because remember, this is meant to be rare. They've already did a reasonable increase on a drop rate of prototype gear anyway, which is much more reasonable now. And I think with the addition of some container loot at a lower rate than what it was, I think they'll have a very good balance, and it'd make me do every mission every single day, which I think would be spot on. There's my opinion, guys, if you're wondering what it was. And that's it. I'm going to end it there. We're actually going to be doing a scout video after this one. As soon as the servers go live, we'll be live all day doing tier 10 grind. So feel free to drop in chat, see how we're going for this week's missions whenever they drop. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment down below, but be nice, please. And subscribe for more content. Until next time, take care.